Welcome back. The South Dakota State University men's basketball team has found a few diamonds in the rough in recent years. Nate Wolters and Mike Dahm were lightly recruited guys who turned into superstars at SDSu. Well, the Jacks might have another under-the-radar player who has all the signs of being the next big thing in Brookings. Tom Neiman has the story.
David Jenkins. South Dakota State was in search of a secondary scorer, a guy who could put up points in support of Mike Dahm, but also be able to light it up when the dominator wasn't exactly dominating. And the Jacks found their man in David Jenkins Jr.
We're starting to master playing off each other. Our coach really encouraged that, though, earlier in the year. He thought that me and Mike will be able to play together and be able to score at a really high level. And there's been games this year where me and Mike has combined, for over 60 points. And I feel like it's only going to get better as we keep learning each other.
The Dave and Dom show did combine for 61 against Denver, put together 59 against North Dakota State, and collaborated for 68 earlier this year at Colorado. It's usually been Dom with 30-something and Jenkins Jr. with 20-something, but
if Dom didn't shoot as much as he did, I would have some 30 and 40-point games. I would. That's my guy.
It's been a lot of laughs for the Jacks so far this season. They're always feeding the hot hand, always trying to get it to the guy that's got it going.
But really it's just about having fun at the end of the day, because I feel like as a team, not just myself, when we're having fun, we're playing the right way, we're doing the right things, and we're winning. Sometimes when we're not having fun, we're just playing like we're not playing as up to our potential at all times. So really just having fun and having confidence. Like I said, not just with myself, with the whole team. When we play with swag and we're just flowing, that's how we always get the win.
We knew that David could be a prolific scorer. Didn't know quite how soon that would all click, because for freshmen it just takes different time. But David's always played against great competition. That year at prep school, I think, really helped him mature in a lot of ways.
Jenkins Jr. is a long way from home, born and raised in Tacoma, Washington. He was tagged the king of Tacoma as a high school player, put up a pair of 50-point games as a senior, and had Mountain West and Pac-12 schools looking at him. But he ended up at a prep school outside of Wichita, Kansas.
I felt like I wasn't mentally prepared to go to college right away. I felt like I didn't really grasp hold of the fact that, okay, I'm about to really go to college. Like, I didn't really take that on full effect yet, So I remember saying to myself, okay, I need to go do this prep year and really get prepared mentally, because I felt like I was physically ready. I could go play, and compete with the best of them all already, but mentally I just wasn't there yet.
So while Jenkins Jr. was getting his mind right, Otzelberger was still out looking for that other guy who could score. The two knew each other when Otzelberger was an assistant at the University of Washington in Seattle, while Jenkins Jr. was less than an hour away in his sophomore and junior years in high school.
We built a relationship then, but then he was recruiting me when I was a senior in high school. I kind of wasn't entertaining the fact of coming to South Dakota, to be honest, but I just too cold. And then I think he kind of got that vibe. He kind of backed off a little bit, but then I remember prep season's getting over. He comes and sees me.
I think it was like 3 or 4 weeks in a row. Drove to Wichita early morning on a Sunday morning, 3 or 4 a.m. Get in there, watch him for a noon workout. And then headed back after and get back late that night.
And 7 hours just to see me for an hour and driving 7 hours back, and I'm just like, man, okay, like this guy really wants me, and it really opened my eyes and really showed me that this is the coach I want to be with, for my 4 years in college.
People had recruited him for a while and kind of had gone back and forth on where they stood with him. It was interesting because just, having seen him play, I just had these vivid memories of highlight tapes and things I'd seen, news clippings when I was in Seattle, of him scoring and doing it in bunches and doing it in a hurry. And fortunately, I hadn't seen him ever play any other way, so I didn't overanalyze it with him. Just knew he brought that to the table, and really happy and fortunate that it's taken hold and impacted our program in such a major way right from the jump.
So it was a coach's commitment, along with a few other favorable factors. A chance to team up with Mike Dahm, SDSu's history of making the NCAA tournament, the freedom to let it fly as a freshman. And all of those come together to convince a young man to move 1,500 miles from a hometown that he loves to a much smaller, much colder town that he is really starting to like a lot.
Brookings is realistically all about SDSu, and I love it, and so, everybody supports us, and like I said, it's just a real family feel, and it makes me feel good, and really it just makes me feel like it's home, so that's why I ended up making my decision coming here, a mixture with that, mixture of my coaches, a mixture of my teammates. It just was a really good situation for me.
Just fortunate that David, when he took his visit, felt the love, felt the fans, knew the tradition of the program, liked the guys. All those things came together, and just really lucky to get him.
I just feel like at the end of the day, this was the best situation for me because to me, at the end of the day, it's not about going to the biggest school or the biggest offer you have. Some people get caught up in that. Really, it's about going what's the best fit. And this was, I can honestly say this is the best school out of any school that's recruited me in the whole country that I really fit. I fit the system. I fit what we got going on.
Jenkins Jr. and the Jacks try to keep it going this weekend. They play host to Western Illinois on Saturday night. Well, coming up after the break, Tom Neiman is joined in studio by the Argus Leader's Matt Zimmer for Water Cooler Talk. Stick around.